for Louis Chapman, and Chapman doing a nice job, but Tear is not backing down one iota.
Not at all. An exciting way to end that round.
If we were to go to your scorecards, Dancing, who would you give rounds 1 and 2 to?
Once again, I'm going to have to say round 1, I'll have to go to Chapman. Round 2, strategic-wise, is going to have to go to Tear.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I would hate to be in the position of being a judge, having to judge this encounter.
I completely agree.
This is very interesting. Right now, what do you think is going in the minds and the coaches are telling Louis Chapman and Jake Tear, Dan?
I would have thought they're probably going to get advice opposite way around. So in Chapman, you're probably going to have him say, calm down just a little bit, make the most of everything that he's doing. Whereas Tear, you're probably going to say, be a bit more aggressive. Apply a few more shots and hope to hit a few more, because he's not really delivering that many shots in contrast to Chapman.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the third and final round. A referee in charge, Craig Lawrence. Jake Tear out of the red corner wearing the brown trunks. Wearing the green out of the blue corner, Louis Chapman. Here we go, the third and final round. Louis Chapman and Jake Tear going at it. Both men very young in this sport, but a win, and if they were to receive and get the welterweight British Championship, certainly can do a lot as they head towards the professional part of their careers, Dan.
The way I see it, if Jake Tear wants to act a little bit more defensive, he needs to use those legs to his advantage and use that kickboxing background. Start delivering a few more kicks, hitting them down in there and then.
Louis Chapman trying to push the pace of the fight. Now walking down, trying to walk down Tear. These guys have stood in the center of the cage and they are fighting away, Dan. Really not backing down at all. Want to stand and bang it. It's gone to the floor, it's gone to the ground. It's a striking matchup over the last 2 rounds of the fight, and still, this is total MMA at its finest.
This has been action from the very beginning to the end. Must agree with you on that. But this is what the display that the 10th Legion fans come to expect. They don't like things that are slow, stop, start, stop, start. It's non-stop action, which is what these two guys are displaying.
You have to give credit to the matchmakers, Alan Orr and everyone associated. Going for an armbar is Louis Chapman stepping out of it. And nice job to push off Louis Chapman as Tear willing. He's inviting, and a beautiful Chapman pass. What a sensational pass by Louis Chapman. You want to pass the guard of a very good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. That is the way to do so, Dan.
I'm going to say Louis Chapman is now finding his feet. Instead of being so erratic, he is now starting to be constructive with everything that he's doing. He's got that front mount, and now he's just waiting for that right time to apply that submission, which I believe he's trying to kick in now.
He has, looking for the rear naked choke attempt is Louis Chapman, but Jake Tear, training under Dan Given, a black belt in Gainsborough, England, is pretty comfortable here. Still, Louis Chapman training under the Fight Ministry and Mal Leafley, very comfortable, and we've seen members of the Fight Ministry finish fights tonight by way of submission and show their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu knowledge and ability. Right now, Jake Tear is in a world of trouble, and he's not doing himself anything. Now the left arm, it looked like it was in, still nothing, and now Tear raises up and looks, he may try to dump Chapman, and he does so. He has to turn his right side of his leg in, but a nice job by Chapman to neutralize him.
Chapman's got those legs locked in, and Tear's not going anywhere. He needs to find a way out of this pretty soon, or he's in a lot of danger.
He has almost a head scissors locked in, or an inverted triangle choke, and this is something very unique as Chapman is keying in on that arm, trying to get the arm, clasping the hands and holding his hands together is Jake Tear, but Chapman is relentless, trying to go for that arm. He still has it, trying to go for it. 10 seconds to go in the fight. He has the triangle choke in.
He's trying to scramble out. He's going to get out of this now. If he's not, he's going to be done.
Will he be able to survive and head to the scorecards? And that is the end of the fight. What a show by Louis Chapman.
Absolutely fantastic by Chapman. He was the dominant one right there and then. But credit to Jake Tear. He did not tap out at any stage apart from that submission.
We'll go inside. I'll go inside and get a word with the winner as we send it up to our ring announcer, Steve Jordan. Interview time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our two fighters. Another spectacular fight here tonight. The fight sponsored by Combat Magazine, and we have a belt to give away, the semi-pro 10th Legion Championship welterweight British title, won tonight by, in the blue corner, Chapman. And putting up a great fight, our runner-up, please let's hear it for Jake Tear.
Joined alongside by the new semi-pro British welterweight champion, Louis. A sensational performance here tonight. You went 3 strong rounds with Jake Tear. Your thoughts on the fight? A tremendous performance here tonight.
Jake was a lot stronger than what I first imagined. I thought I had a pretty dominant fight. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of strength. But I think my skills showed. It's hard in front of all these Hull fans, but you know, I did the job.
Louis, what does a win like this, working with 10th Legion and fighting for 10th Legion, winning their semi-professional welterweight British Championship, what does that do for you in your career?
Well, it's a step in the right direction. I'm planning on going professional after this fight. That wasn't the best performance I've ever put in, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy to use this as a stepping stone and look at my career.
Louis Chapman, everybody.